guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would like to share with you my Blick art materials haul. Now, if you watched one of my last videos, it was a Jerry's Artarama art haul, and I had purchased all that stuff at the same time, but the Blick order just took a little bit longer to get here. There was a delay because the label wasn't readable or something. Anyway, so I filmed that video and I uploaded it, and then I'm filming this one now, but it was all ordered at the same time, all part of the same haul. So I'll link that Jerry's Artarama art haul up in the iCards up above and in the description box down below in case you guys were interested. But I'm really excited to share with you what I got from Blick. So what you're looking at here is a swatch card or chart here on some just really cheap watercolor paper that I have. It's like a watercolor sketchbook because I couldn't even wait. I had to get right into them. I was so excited for these to come. I ordered the Winsor Newton Pro Marker watercolor markers, and I'm super excited about these. So the first box that I got a set of 12. It comes in this clear acrylic plastic case, but I just wanted to take them out because there was a horrible glare on the camera. I didn't want to put you guys through that. So this is the Landscape Tones set of 12, which is one of their newer sets. And of course, I delayed on getting these. I wanted these for quite a little while, but I had heard some mixed things about them. So when I ordered mine, they're now coming in this like clear acrylic plastic case. But when they first came out, they were coming in that metal tin. I would have loved to have had that, but oh well. So the Landscape set comes with lemon yellow hue, raw sienna, burnt sienna, cadmium red deep hue, burnt umber, Payne's gray, indigo, phthalo blue, which I'm really surprised they're not calling it Winsor blue, cerulean blue, dioxazine violet, hooker's green dark, and sap green. So I have those colors kind of off to the side that had come in that set. And then I picked up a couple open stock just to try. And so I got cadmium red, just their regular cadmium red hue, which ended up looking very orange. I purchased the Permanent Rose. You guys know I love Winsor Newton Permanent Rose, so I had to have that one. I got cadmium yellow hue, quinacridone magenta, which I thought it would be fun because one of the claims they make is that they match the pan watercolors like exactly, so I thought it would be fun in my review video to compare and see. I got Pale Rose, which is really pretty. I think it'd be great for like blush and skin tones and things like that for mixing. And I also got Mauve, which I love their Mauve watercolor. So, and it looks exactly like what I would expect it to be. So I ended up with a total of 19 of these. And I have to say that even though I've only been playing around with them for like the last half hour, I'm really pleased with these so far. So I'll probably end up getting the rest of the colors if I ended up really liking them. But just so you know, I will be doing a full review on these watercolor markers on this channel, so be sure to subscribe so you won't miss that. The really great and unique thing about the Winsor & Newton markers, whether you get the watercolor or the alcohol markers, which I think they're using not just regular alcohol, but some other kind of base in there, which makes them not compatible with alcohol markers, but whatever, is that they are light fast. They're using pigment-based color instead of dye base. A lot of the time when you buy like a Copic or something, it's just really cheap dye-based ink, so it's going to fade incredibly quickly. It's not suitable for professional artwork unless you're going to be reproducing that work, like illustrators and designers. But if you want the original to last, that's just not possible with most alcohol markers. But here, Winsor Newton is giving you the permanence rating and the pigment information on each individual marker, and also the transparency information. I love that. I love that. So thank you so much, Winsor & Newton. Here I have the one called Mid Blue, which I guess is their version of ultramarine blue, because they can't use ultramarine, I think, because it's too heavy to flow freely. But anyway, so you get this kind of bullet nib on one end, and that's the kind of lines that you can get with it. I'll make sure to zoom in really close on my review so you can see all that. This is just a first impressions. And then you get this nice brush tip on the other, which I'm not really sure what the kind of idea behind those two different tips was, because you can get just as fine of a line, if not finer, with the little brush nib if you go up really high on there. But you know what? Thank the art gods that they didn't give us a chisel tip. I'm just happy that there's no chisel nib on the other end. So, I mean, this is usable, like if you were making a card or something and you just wanted to get in a very tiny space. I think that's convenient. And I thought that we would just re-wet this one together right on camera right now. I'm so excited. So as you can see, this is really cheap paper, by the way. You can re-wet and move them. I'm pleased with that so far. I think that they're really vibrant and really lovely. You know, if you work a tiny bit at it, you can definitely get them to re-wet and re-move around for you. So that is nice. And I had some of them even sitting there a little bit longer and they moved pretty well. Some of the darker colors, I think that's the indigo, didn't move maybe as well, but they're very pigmented. Look at all that color. I was able to really drag way out there. And so I just wanted to mention that I've always really liked water-based markers, and I did a full review on these really super duper cheap brush markers that I had picked up ages ago. It was one of my first videos on this channel. I picked up these super cheap brush markers from Hobby Lobby, and I did a review on them, and I drew an orchid flower with them, and it came out really vibrant and really pretty, and I've had a lot of fun with these. Of course, the tips on these are much better quality, the brush markers, and of course the ink in here is not archival quality or light fast in any way. In fact, even though I've kept the work in a sketchbook that I've done with these, I've noticed some fading on them. So, but I wish they had done this kind of a tip though. See how tiny that little micro tip is on these? I think that would have been more useful to have on the other end instead of a brush, but I'm just glad they didn't give me a chisel tip because I never use those. So anyway, so far I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I'll definitely do a review on them in the future. So the next thing that I picked up is also from Winsor & Newton, and I wanted to review it on this channel as well, are the Winsor & Newton Professional Acrylics. The cool thing about these is the claim on this is that there's no color shift wet to dry. Because these are metal tubes, they're very reflective, and I don't know what the glare is going to be on the camera, so I do apologize for that in advance. But you get 12 20 milliliter tubes, and I think right around $35 was the price point on this, so I felt like for $35 I could definitely get it and review it for you guys, and I'll definitely let you know what's up with that color shift claim, if it's true, if it's not, what the pigments are like, how they perform. Now I don't think it mentioned anywhere on here if they were supposed to be heavy body or not. Like Golden is obviously heavy body acrylic, Matisse Structure is heavy body, Liquitex heavy body, which is not my favorite brand, just to be very honest. But they are fine artist quality, unrivaled color brilliance with no color shift wet to dry. You heard it, they said no color shift from wet to dry. And being that I like Winsor & Newton's Permanent Rose so much, this set did not include it. I went ahead and I grabbed their full-size tube of that, so you can kind of compare the sizes there. This is the 2 fluid ounce, which is standard. That's what you get with Golden, also 2 fluid ounces. And these are 0.71 fluid ounces, so 20 milliliters versus 60 milliliters, so they are a third of the size. But again, you get to try 12 colors for like $35 on Blick.com. That's Blick pricing. If you walked in a big box store, you'd probably pay double that. So this set comes with Lemon Yellow, Azo Yellow Medium, Naphthol Red Light, Permanent Alizarin Crimson, Phthalo Blue, again I'm surprised they're not calling that Winsor Blue, Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Green, Olive Green, Yellow Ochre, Raw Umber, Mars Black, and Titanium White. I kind of wish they'd given a bigger white. Like, it would be nice if they had a set where they did, you know, 11 colors this size and then a giant white on the side. I feel like that would have been really useful. But anyway, I like that they give you phthalo green and this olive green color because you can kind of make a sap green in between and get a nice color variety there. So, like I said, I picked those up and I grabbed the Potter's Pink also in the full size. I wanted to mention that these are very generously filled tubes. This is like bursting. It's so big. It's not really bursting, but I'm just saying it's so full. Because I recently hauled the Potter's Pink watercolor. I was so excited about this color and I loved it so much, you guys. I'm really in love with Winsor Newton Potter's Pink watercolor, and I'm going to do a whole painting using it. I'm so excited about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm also going to try their acrylic version. And when I open the tube, I haven't swatched or anything, but it definitely looks to me like the same color. It's the same pigment, PR233. So I'm definitely excited to try that. And so the reason also that I grabbed their Permanent Rose, because I love their Permanent Rose watercolor, and I've been using their Winsor Newton Galleria Permanent Rose acrylic because out of all the brands that I have for rose colors, I think theirs is like the most pink and the most lovely. You can see there, like, look how beautiful that is. And so I'm like, well, I'd like to try the Professional brand while I'm here trying it, but it's actually not the same. This is using PV19. Their Galleria is using PV19 and PR122. So I actually think that I just picked up the same color twice. I have Golden's Quinacridone Red PV19, and I'd have to compare them, but I think it's pretty close. They're pretty much, it's pretty much just Quinacridone Red. It's pretty much the exact same color, so it's not as vibrant as their Galleria's Permanent Rose, but that is my mistake. I should have read that on the label right away. All right, so I just want to show you really quickly. I decided to swatch out the acrylics, and they definitely are different. So here is the Winsor & Newton's Professional Permanent Rose on the left, and here's the Galleria acrylic Winsor & Newton Student Grade Permanent Rose on the right. You can see there's a definite difference in color. The Winsor & Newton's is more, the Professional is more red. It's more like a Quinacridone Red. Down here I swatched out Golden's Quinacridone Red. And you can see they're very, very similar. Very, very similar. But the Golden's is just a little bit more pink. I actually think I like the Golden's better, but it's super duper close to Winsor & Newton's Permanent Rose. But you can tell right away the difference in pigment strength between the Galleria and the Professional. Even though I like this hue better, it's definitely nowhere near the pigment. Though I will say the Winsor & Newton Galleria acrylics for student grade, they are not bad. I was actually very pleased with these. I thought that they were a step above all the other brands for student grade. And then down here I decided I'd just go ahead and quickly swatch out the Potter's Pink, which I had to build it up to get that much color. It's not my favorite in acrylic. I have to be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I think it shines as a watercolor, but as an acrylic, I mean, I don't know what I'd do with that. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. I don't know why they made that change from the Professional to the student grade. Why maybe they wanted a single pigment or something. I'm sure they have their reasons. Maybe it's more light fast this way. I'm not completely sure, but I really do love their student grade Galleria. Anyway, so I wanted to show you those swatched out. And then going along with the acrylics, the next thing I got was the Matisse Structure acrylic in Burnt Sienna. I have a full set of these Matisse Structure acrylics and I love them. I'm filming a review right now currently using these in a demonstration also, so be sure to watch out for that because it's coming really soon. But their Burnt Sienna is my favorite. I have a passion for Burnt Sienna, and Matisse's Burnt Sienna is just the best in my opinion. As much as I love golden paint, acrylic paint, their Burnt Sienna is just a little chalky to me and a little dull looking. Matisse is using a combination of PBR7 and PR101, and it's so fiery, so lovely. So I was running low on that, and I wanted to make sure that I picked up an extra. One of the things that's kind of unique to Matisse that they're doing that the other brands are not is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but you have to puncture the tube in order to use it because it is sealed, 100% sealed in there. So if you had the opportunity to pick some of these up on like a super sale, you know, a really good bargain buy, but you weren't quite ready to use them yet, they're going to stay fresher a lot longer because no air is being introduced into this tube. And you can also be sure that nobody's been playing with them in the store or anything like that. Like I know my local art store, at least my local Michael's, people love to play with the acrylics, and the paint tubes and the markers and everything's just kind of ruined there most of the time. So I like that they seal them up. Also, these are 2.53 fluid ounces, so 75 milliliters. The standard is 2 ounces or 60 milliliters, so you are getting more with the Matisse. Even the Golden, the Winsor Newton, the Liquitex are all 2 fluid ounces. The Matisse is 2.53, so they're very generously sized. So I'm very happy with that. And I also picked up some burnt sienna watercolor from Daniel Smith. I recently did a burnt sienna color comparison video, and Daniel Smith's burnt sienna absolutely won it. No question on that. It's just my favorite. There's something special about Daniel Smith's burnt sienna, and it is on my main watercolor palette for that reason. I also picked up some of these Blick empty half pans. You get 12 of them, and I think they were like $2.50 or something. They look really similar to the Winsor Newton half pans actually in size. They're a little bit smaller, which is good because I bought them for my Winsor Newton half pan set because I have a couple colors that I want to put in there, like the Potter's Pink, which is going on my main palette. I love this color so much, but I want to put it on my Winsor Newton half pan palette also, and the aqua green I picked up and a couple other colors, so I grabbed that. And then the last thing that I got, and I don't know how interested y'all will be in this, but I picked up some more of these finger cots. You've seen these on my channel before. I usually grab the medium size, which are white, and the large is like this really very unattractive, like orangey flesh color. These are latex, just to let you guys know, but they're individual finger gloves. I use them for my scary hand, my Phantom of the Opera hand over here. I call it that because my right hand is prone to these really horrible eczema flare-ups, and you guys have probably noticed it on my channel if you've been watching me for any length of time. Sometimes there's something not quite right going on with that right hand, and it's instantly noticeable. So these finger cots are really great to protect. Usually it's my ring finger and my middle finger, to protect them from paints and pastels and all the rest of it. So if you guys are having a similar issue but you don't want to wear a full glove, because a full glove sometimes can limit your dexterity and your range of motion, these don't. So I really like these. I wanted to pick up some extras of those. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out and subscribe for more videos, like a review on those professional acrylics, and I'll also have a review on these watercolor markers coming up. I'm having so much fun with these already. Yeah, these are really cool. I'm so excited about these. I can't wait to use them in a finished piece of artwork. I'll definitely use some nicer paper on those. I have been all about the markers lately. I don't know what it is with me, but I've been on the marker craze. I recently also did a tutorial on my channel in alcohol markers, and that's because I've been jazzed up and excited about these coming. So yeah, I'm going to do a review on these really soon, so don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss that. And as always, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'd like to share with you my Blick art materials haul. So if you watched my last video, which I think will be uploading at the exact same time, oh my god! Oh my god! That was, okay. What the heck? What the heck? You don't live here. Stop the video. Stop. Oh my goodness.